Oprah's extreme tantrum. Harry and Meghan isolated and cut off from A-listers after Oprah chat. From inconsistencies to isolation, royal expert Duncan Larcombe reveals all about the aftermath of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's bombshell Oprah interview 1 year later. It's been almost a year since Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle sat down for a bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey. In the tell-all chat aired on the 8th of March 2021, Harry, 37, and Meghan, 40, spoke candidly about their lives as royals, and sent the country into shock as they made several serious allegations. It resulted in the government watchdog Ofcom receiving over 5,000 complaints. And now, 12 months on, royal expert Duncan Larcombe says their rift with the royal family has shown no signs of ending. In fact, he says the couple are still extremely isolated and cut off from those they were closest to. Duncan also believes that the public's perception of Meghan hasn't shifted, saying it's one of suspicion. He tells OK, it's been a year now since Harry and Meghan went on Oprah, and it's quite disappointing to think that it doesn't seem their rift is anywhere near coming towards a conclusion. You can't really point towards any olive branches. We don't know the outcome to a lot of what was said on Oprah. Meghan made a massive accusation, a very serious one, that effectively a member of the royal family made a racist remark. That hasn't been resolved except from when the Queen released a statement which said that recollections may vary. That hasn't really been dealt with. We now know that there are several inconsistencies to what's been said. I'm not sure the public have shifted at all. I think the feeling towards Meghan is still one of suspicion. Duncan went on to say that he doesn't think Harry has gained anything from doing the interview. He continued, I still haven't seen anything that Harry has actually gained. What has he gained by doing Oprah Winfrey? If he wanted to settle scores, he hasn't. He added that his shock revelations during the chat put a strain on his relationship with the majority of his family. I think what has happened is that now, not a single member of the royal family, it seems, apart from Eugenie, even dares to pick up the phone and even talk to him in fear, he said. How can they have an open and honest conversation? The impact of the Oprah interview is that Harry and Meghan are almost unapproachable from the rest of the family. That's actually a very worrying sign. We're talking about a couple that are extremely isolated and cut off from an awful lot of people that knew them when they were growing up, as well as family. Meghan is estranged from most of her family, and we can certainly say that 1 year on there's been no sign of any improvement. After the interview aired, the Duke of Cambridge told reporters that we're very much not a racist family and that he hadn't spoken with his brother since the interview but will do. Meanwhile, Harry told Gayle King that the first conversations he had with his brother and father since the interview aired were not productive. The brothers' first public appearance together after the interview was at their grandfather Prince Philip's funeral in April. They did not walk side by side at the funeral procession, and were instead separated by their cousin Peter Phillips. Although they were photographed speaking after the ceremony, royal author Andrew Morton believed it wasn't a signal of reconciliation. I think there's a lot of water that's got to go under the bridge before those two and their father are reconciled, Morton previously told Insider. You don't say that your brother's trapped and your father's trapped in the institution, which you were born into, and expect everyone to be all sweet. There have also been recent reports that Harry and Prince Charles' relationship is at an all-time low. The prince and his father reportedly had barely spoken since the interview, and that the two had only had a handful of fraught phone conversations since Harry moved to the US.